It's almost like a butter tart, but a little more sour, and then you've got the raisins. I guarantee if you don't like mincemeat, you're gonna like these. Welcome to my channel. I'm Suzanne. This is the farmer's wife, and today we're making mock mincemeat tarts for Christmas. All right, so we've got our ingredients here, and it's really basic. We just need 2 cups of apple, 1 cup of raisins, a cup of sugar, a cup of sour cream, and 1/4 teaspoon each of cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt. So we're just going to go ahead and combine those ingredients in our mixing bowl. All right, so you definitely want to have your oven preheated before you get this started because this is going to be really quick. So let's get started with these ingredients. So we've got our chopped apple, our raisins, and you can use any kind of raisins you want. Mine are sultanas, the brown sugar packed. Let's add our spices, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the salt. And then lastly, our sour cream. Okay, and then we're just gonna give this a really good stir. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the idea of mincemeat because of the suet and meat that's used in the recipe. So this is a really great alternative. So that's done. And of course you want a really clean surface because we're going to be rolling out our dough. And I just made a basic pie dough. You can use any recipe for this. All right, so we just need to get started rolling this out and then filling up our tart shells. And I've got this round sort of biscuit cutter to hopefully get the right shape for our tarts. Now you want your dough to be chilled. That's really important. Mine I made this morning and it's okay. It could be a little more chilled than it is. So hopefully this works out for us. Okay, that's about good. And then we're going to start cutting our tart shapes. And I'm really hoping that these fit my tart shell or my tart pan. We're just going to continue to fill this tart pan until it's full. All right, so my tart pan is full, and we're going to use the rest of this dough for the tops. So we're just going to roll this back out. Okay, and now we're going to put our filling into little tart shells and then cut out our tops, and then it's going to be ready to go in the oven. This is such an easy and simple recipe that your family and friends are going to love. We only need to put about a teaspoon of filling in each tart, teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. All right, these are all full now, and I'm going to cut out some shapes. And I've got this star shape, and that's kind of the typical shape that you see on mincemeat tarts. So I'm just gonna cut these out, and I still have enough filling left to do more tarts. So I've got 16 little tarts here, and I could probably get at least half this much more. We'll see. So we're going to put these in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes. And this is just the perfect thing to make on a cold, snowy, blistery day and have it in your freezer ready to go for Christmas. So we're going to pop these in the oven now, and then we'll take a look once they're done. All right, so these are fresh out of the oven. It's optional if you want to dust these with powdered sugar. I'm definitely going to do that. But before we need to let this cool down completely. Once it's cooled down enough, we can remove these to the wire rack and let them finish cooling. I had enough leftover materials to make another whole set of these. So altogether, I made 32 tarts. Now, just as a tip, you want to make sure that you don't overfill these tarts, because if it leaks over the edge, it's going to be sticky and messy. Now we need to let these cool off completely. If you're not a fan of mincemeat, I highly recommend that you give these ones a try, because they're much sweeter and less, I can't really find the word, but it's almost like a sour bitterness that a regular mincemeat has. And these have a little bit of sourness from the sour cream, but you really taste the apple and the sugar, and it's almost like a butter tart, but a little more sour, and then you've got the raisins. So give this a try, and I guarantee if you don't like mincemeat, you're gonna like these. So I've got this beautiful cake stand, and as I'm waiting for my tarts to cool, I'm just taking some cedar leaves and just putting them down as a nice presentation for this once it's done. And I think this is going to look really pretty. And this is going to create a really nice base for us to lay our tarts on so that it looks really festive. As a final step, we're going to be dusting these with some powdered sugar. And this is the traditional way of finishing these off. And this is definitely going to impress your guests, and it'll look like it's store-bought. Now we're going to put these in here. And this is just so beautiful. So there we have it, a recipe from 1948 for mock mincemeat tarts. I think they turn out absolutely adorable, and my kids are going to come home and gobble these ones up. But I'm definitely going to make more to freeze for the Christmas holidays. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in next week's video. Take care, have a great day, and enjoy your holiday season.